What's going on today, people? It's your boy Tunchi, and this is YBE TV. Today, I'm gonna kind of freestyle this one. This one is about kind of like something that I just experienced. For the people that don't know, I just had a death in the family. It was my brother. My brother was violently killed, and during this process, I was able to take one positive thing out, and that's possibly this. Chicago has a assistance for victims of violent crimes. Now, I want to put this out here because there's a lot of people that's been dealing with death and they've been going through it, and a lot of these funeral homes will not tell you this. By me being a person that really likes to, shop around, and I'm kind of frugal. For people that know me know that I pinch my pennies. I make sure I don't like spending money when it's not necessary. So when we was trying to deal with my brother's funeral experiences, we was shopping around with the funeral homes, and one of the funeral directors, he was like, well, have you ever heard of assistance for victims of violent crimes? And I wasn't familiar with it. So we're going to talk about the death benefit. The death benefit for someone who was a victim of a violent crime, funeral and burial expenses will be covered up to $7,500 by applying for this. Now, if you are going through it, and let's just say your little nephew or your son or your brother Damon, he got killed violently, he got shot, and you don't want to do the GoFundMe, the best thing that you can do is go and apply for the assistance for victims of violent crimes, and you tell the funeral homes that you want to do it, and you let them know that, because some of these funeral homes will do the application without letting you know and charge you and tell you, yeah, oh, it's okay, Raymond got shot in the head, yeah, we gonna lay him to rest, we gonna do all that, just what can you come up with now? You got $1,500 now, we'll take that, and you just pay us $50 a month or $100 a month until you pay it up, and we'll just go for that, and you struggling to pay them. And what they do is they'll go behind your back and they will file for the victim of violent crime, because they know they deal with the body, they prep the body, so they see the gunshot wound, they know he was killed violently. So what you got to do is you got to be careful of that. Now, in doing some research on this topic, I was able to uncover a couple more things. So I'm going to go over a couple things that I've read. Okay. Through the Illinois Crime Victims Compensation Act, the Court of Claims administers funding for victims of violent crimes who have inadequate insurance or no source of funding to cover expenses resulting from the crime, including medical bills, counseling, loss of wages, and other expenses. You may be eligible for assistance if you got to report the crime within 72 hours or 7 days for sexual violence. Okay. You cannot contribute to the injury or death of the person by engaging in wrongful conduct or provocation. You can complete blah blah blah. Okay. Now this is the part that kind of seemed and stuck out to me, and it was pretty important. The following are some of the crimes covered by the Illinois Crime Victims Compensation Act: domestic violence, sexual assault or abuse, murder, involuntary manslaughter, reckless homicide, kidnapping, sexual relations within families, exploitation of a child, assault battery, reckless conduct, arson, driving under the influence, stalking. Now you will have to be a victim of one of these. There is a $27,000 award cap for uncovered expenses, including medical expenses, hospital, doctor and nursing, rehabilitation, counseling, psychiatry for the victim and family, loss of earnings or support within increase to $1,250 per month beginning January 1, 2013. Funeral and burial expenses, which increased up to $7,500 beginning January 1. Crime scene cleanup, temporary lodging, loss of clothing for evidence. Now, with that being said, I know most people didn't know this. So let's just say your son Tristan, his father Derek dies a violent death, and you use $3,500 to cremate him from this program. Then his son seen them die, and he needs counseling. You definitely put him into counseling, and that's covered. Um, the medical bills of them trying to perform surgery on him before he died. You want to get those covered as much as possible. Or somebody rob you, hit you on top of the head, and you got to go to rehabilitation. That can possibly be covered. Counseling. So loss of earnings. Up to $1,250 per month. So it's just that is something that it's unfortunate that people be victims of violence. But what I can say is this is just one of the things that I was able to stumble across that I thought that would be helpful. And if anything that can come out of my brother's death that could be positive, that I could put out there that could be helpful to people, you damn sure know that I'm going to do it. So that's all the information I got for you guys. I hope that was helpful. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tunchi. If you don't want to end up in a box, think outside of it. YBE.
Drug dealing and killing is going on in my town. It don't take a killer to kill or a driller to drill. See, just being yourself is the definition of real.